Good evening, boys and men. That's because let's be honest, there's no girls that watch this show. That's okay. They don't know about fighting. They don't know what the real sport is. My girl hates on me for watching UFC. If I'm just being completely honest, she says I don't understand why you watch these dudes just hug each other the whole time. What's that about? I said, babe, this is the Marab fight. This isn't like the other fights, okay? Only Marab does that, cuddling up next to people. Hey, listen, I'm gonna start the show off serious, okay? For the first time in history, for the first time ever, I'm gonna be serious. Let's take a little moment. Seriously, Francis Nagano's son passed away. That is awful news. Um, I don't wish that on anybody. That's absolutely brutal. I'm not sure how he passed away. I know it was a 15th month year old kid, so he's just over one. Um, I don't like Francis. I think he's overhyped. I think he is just annoying. I thought he was entitled when he was at the UFC and everything, but I would never wish this on my worst enemy. That's absolutely awful to lose a child. Um, so prayers out to Francis and his family. That is absolutely brutal. I hate that that happened, and hopefully, the family can recover and eventually grieve and move on. And yeah, so prayers out to Francis. That's real. Now, moving on. Here we are, almost to the middle of the year, and I know what you're thinking. What? Yes, we're almost there. June, July, we're slap dab in the middle when we get there, okay? The UFC cards they've been okay, I guess. Like when I really think about this, we go back, the first pay-per-view of the new year was UFC 297. Okay, it was UFC 297, and that started us off with Sean Strickland and Driscus, Drunksus, however you want to say his name. The card was honestly not that good. When I'm looking at the first quarter review of the UFC, when I'm looking at the overview, I'm kind of disappointed. I really am. I'm kind of disappointed, and it's because honestly, you guys are gonna hate. It's because the fight nights have turned into something that they were never meant to be. I really mean this. I really say this, and I mean it to be true. They don't have any up and comers on the fight nights anymore. They don't have any potential title run for their main events anymore. It's all just filler fights, it feels like. And then you got to have cards like 297. 297 wasn't bad, okay? It's Sean and Driscus, and you go to the co-main event, and that was the Raquel Pennington fight, and we all know how awful that fight was. And then you just go down the list, and there's not anybody even worth naming. So starting off in January, you're not even doing that hot. Then we move to February. Okay, and it's not that bad because that's when Ilya Taporia really showed the world that he's the guy, that he's the champ, that he's here to stay, letting Volkanovski off the hook of being the face of the UFC, of carrying the UFC over the COVID years and a little bit before that, and absolutely mastering the featherweight division. So I'm going to say that one was a little bit better in 297, but still, you go down the list, that was the Geoff Neal or Jeff New and Ian Gary fight. Like, I guess that was interesting. Marab, you know how boring his fights are. He literally just sat there and held Henry the whole time. So still, we're not off to a hot start. Then you get to 299. Finally, we pick it up a little bit. I don't know if y'all remember, everybody was saying UFC 299 is going to be better than UFC 300. I was one of the few, the source, the king, the one who gets it done. Mr. Intel was one of the few to say, listen, how many times have we seen this? How many times have we seen this? A card looks so good on paper. A card be so stacked per se on paper, and then we get to the pay-per-view and actually watch the fights, and they're nothing short of boring. Now, I'm not saying 299 was boring. I thought 299 ended up being a decent card. And honestly, when I'm looking at this overview, 299 and UFC 300 saved the UFC this year, because I'm telling you, it was dark for a while. It was dark for a while. Okay, all the UFC fight nights, like, be honest, y'all. This last one we just seen this last week. How many fights did you watch on this fight night? How many fights did you watch? You want to know how many I watched? I watched the whole 36 seconds of a highlight for Alex Perez. So, I mean, it's awful. It's just pitiful. It makes me sick to my stomach that we're doing this. UFC has to get back to what we were. What are we doing? We have bums on the fight night cards. You use this platform to boost you up and build you to the next level. But if you only have bums on the card, then it doesn't matter anymore. They used to start title runs from UFC fight nights. The new up-and-comers, if you wanted to see them fight, they would be on the UFC fight night card. And now they're on the main events of the pay-per-views.
Let's go, baby.
So that just goes back to the question, Miller. It goes back to the question, because you have to keep asking yourself in this. Does the UFC have too many stars? Is there not enough stars? What is going on here? Because here we are again. Like I don't know if you heard me, but I said this. Besides without 299 and 300, the UFC is off to an awfully slow, boring start, and it's very disappointing.
Let's get right to it, guys. Thank you for coming through. #1 commentary channel on YouTube. Trey on the screen. Once again, another episode. I'm Mr. Intel. I'm the source. I'm the one who gets it done, guys. And I'm just glad to be here.
And I'm a midget. And I'm standing up right now.
So, guys, I don't know, because maybe it started off a little slow. I'll give you that. But I think fans, and I guess this is where we're talking about the first quarter. We're almost halfway through, like you said. I think all of that erased, like the whole Raquel Pennington being the co-main of a pay-per-view fight. The UFC did us dirty with that, right? But after the whole Max Holloway thing, knocking out Justin Gaethje, Pereira knocking out Hill, UFC 299 with O'Malley beating Vera.
Right.
I would say it started off maybe 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10 until 299 and 300, and then that kind of saved it a bit. You had Poirier beating Benoit. Now Poirier is getting a title shot.
He doesn't deserve it though.
You had Michael Venom Page beating Kevin Holland, and maybe he's in title aspiration talks. So
future champ.
So with all that being said, it might have started off a little slow, but I would say we're headed the right direction.
Well, that's just what I'm saying. You look at, like, take away 299 and 300. Think about the fights we had in that. That is the Justin and Max. That is the O'Malley and Cheeto. That is some of the big fights we've had this year, and those are really the only ones. When I look back, like I just looked through the other UFC cards besides naming the main event. It's awful. It's not awful. It's not awful, but it's like, what are we? I don't know what we're doing here. I don't know what we're doing here.
We do have a caller, though, so let's see what he has on his mind before we get to the meat and potatoes of the show. Chris, today we're doing a unique show where you kind of just bring up anything that you want about, the first quarter of this year, that being January through April, and all the events that transpired. But feel free to share what's on your mind regarding fight sports.
Well, let me just say that, from the beginning of this year, started like, just ish. But from looking from February, even though like we're past January, from February to currently as of this month, I saw some crazy changes, upsets. And like, for example, like I know the the biggest upset as of actually the beginning of 2024 is Volkanovski losing to Topuria. Honestly, I didn't want Volkanovski to lose, but what we saw was, what the hell?
Do you think that was the biggest moment of 2024 thus far? I know Holloway had a big moment.
I'm going to be honest with you. You really think it's going to be the #1 biggest upset? No, wait up till next month. I'm talking about like, well, besides the UFC, look at boxing. And I know everybody doesn't like boxing. Watch when Usyk knocks out Fury. Trust me, that's going to be the biggest upset. Honestly, 16 years, Fury has been undefeated since 2008. The same 2008 where I'm not gonna lie, Trey, and I know you're a big fan of John Jones, where John Jones was been undefeated since 2008. No lie, since 2008.
Listen, Chris. I don't know if you've seen some videos that came out recently. Don't call me a big fan of John Jones right now. Let's just
But
I
the thing
need
is,
we
look,
need some.
I respect that. I respect that. I'm not gonna argue, but I respect that.
Do you know why he
we-
doesn't want? Do you know why he doesn't want to be known as a fan of John Jones, Chris? Because I could update you with the recent news.
I don't care. Just tell me.
Okay, so John Jones is expected to be, you know, again,
He's a
nothing wrong
switch
with
hitter.
this. He might like men. As crazy as that sounds, the greatest fighter, perhaps of all time. There's news, there's videos of him being
Listen,
in
Chris,
gay
I'll break it
comedy
to you the rough
clubs.
way.
Yeah.
I'll break it to you the rough way. He's gay. Okay, it is what it is. It's
Oh
all good.
my
It's all
God.
Oh,
good if
this
he
is
is.
reported, Chris.
It's
This is
it's
reported.
all good if he is. I watched the MMA guru absolutely dismantle John Jones' career, and I sat there with my mouth open for 45 minutes. Because I was in shock. Because I was in shock, not because of anything else for you dummies that want to make comments and jokes in the chat.
Did you hear about
I
that, Chris?
thought,
This is breaking
no
news.
lie, no lie, Trey. Like I thought you were gonna say something like that was not true, but no, I believe what you're saying is true, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just look. I'm not gonna say a negative way because then YouTube's gonna come at you saying all this and that. I just and guess what? I don't care if I'm free to say this. I just don't like gay people.
And do you think John Jones is? I mean, I appreciate the directness of what you said, of how direct you were.
I'm
How
sorry.
do you feel
it's
about
the
John
truth.
Jones? Mhm.
It's the truth. Like, look, I never liked those type of people, and I'm not one of those rainbow people. Okay, or should I say the LGBT? No, I'm sorry, but fuck them.
Listen, that's direct. To switch gears, I wanted to ask you a question that I'm making a poll about in chat, and let me know if you can think of an extra name. I put who's on top of the UFC so far in 2024. I have Max Holloway, Alex Pereira, Sean O'Malley. Is there any other name out there that I can put in there, or would you pick one of those three?
Sean O'Malley should be in one of them because we all know what he did, and plus, like, people are still upset saying, "Oh, but he didn't knock out Vera." Well, he didn't have to knock out Vera. We all saw how he literally dismantled Vera. Everyone saw it. You saw it. Trey saw it. I saw it, and I could watch it again and again and again. And not just that, like, speaking of dismantling people, I know that, look, there's this guy who's coming back for retirement this Saturday. Jose Aldo, trust me, he's gonna
Oh,
get dismantled by the Salvadoran fighter Jonathan Martinez.
interesting. Interesting. Yeah, that's an interesting comeback as well too. And you mentioned Sean O'Malley as well too. I don't know who I'm stuck on. Tarzan. I saw that video though, the Michael Chandler video, which is pretty crazy that we got to talk about as well too. Chris, any last thoughts before we get some more callers in here? I don't know about Martinez and Aldo though. I might be going Aldo.
Nah, man, trust me. Look, you want to know why I'm going for Martinez? Because he's half Salvadoran. I can't down my Salvadoran people. I'm sorry.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
Like, they're the people from my country, El Salvador.
I respect it. Chris, thank you for calling in and always showing some love.
No problem. Take
Appreciate
care,
you.
guys.
You too. There you have it. I mean, well, shall we just talk about John Jones since he was pretty
What a phone call. What is there to talk about John Jones? If you want to see him be exposed wide open, then go watch the MMA Guru's video because it's as raw as it gets. Literally.
Are you doing this on purpose? are you doing this on purpose?
What are you talking about?
I don't even know if I want to repeat all the things that you said today. I might clip a couple. I got an idea that I can send over to Hollywood.
Here's the thing. What a phone call. That was absolutely hilarious. I did not expect that. That was funny. But if you want to find out about John Jones, MMA Guru did break it down. He has all the footage. He has, I mean, cop footage, a comedy club that's like not even like known. It's like a hole in the wall, like open mic spot, pretty much. I mean, I don't even know what to say. Like I'm dead serious. When Joe sent that video to us, I watched it and I was like, it does all make sense.
42 minutes of pure entertainment. You know what got me is how on the other side he sounded talking to Daniel Cormier. Like now when you watch it back,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like when you actually watch it back, you're like, okay, There's something there. And listen, we might not have
Yeah.
a channel by tomorrow after that phone call, Trey, if you know what I mean.
Listen,
YouTube
well,
admins might come after us, but
we are not responsible for what call-ins say on the show. Can we just say that? And you have a free platform when you call in on the show. You have a free platform to
What's up,
say
Beta?
whatever you want. It ain't like we can just stop them from saying it. It is what it is,
So
Um,
let's talk about this a little bit, Trey. I just made a poll, but let's see how the people vote. But Beta says it's Alex. It's nowhere near close. I've been talking about who's been at the top of the UFC for 2024. People could have thought it was gonna be I don't know, Sean Strickland until he lost, right? But it's 100% votes so far after 5 votes for Alex Pereira. I put Alex Pereira, Max Holloway, Sean O'Malley, or I put someone else. Comment who below. If you had to think about, you don't have to answer right now, but who has had the biggest year thus far in 2024?
I mean, it kind of bleeds in from last year, but you have to say Piera. You have to say Alex Piera because of you got. Listen, when you add this and say who has the biggest year, I want to add something onto it and say who has the potential to boom even higher from where they're at right now. Who's going to go even further and really have the biggest year? When you look at the potential, it has to be Alex Piera. It has to be because like I said, I had an inside source. This is real. Said that he was bulking up for heavyweight. That is his goal, to fight in heavyweight by the end of the year. Take it how you will. That's what they're saying behind the scenes.
I'm sorry, I got only distracted a little bit. I agree with you, Alex Pereira. I mean, he's like my. How can he not be your favorite fighter, right? You don't understand anything he says, but he has the walk, he has the celebration, he has a one punch knockout power. The story of him chasing out Asanya, where it seemed like he was always gonna live in his shadow. He's become the star. He kind of reminds me of like a Joker and Batman. Like now the Joker movies are like being hot, and it almost seems like he's playing that role. He was first the villain, now everybody loves him. Drew said that makes John Jones so much more scary, which is hilarious, right? There was a couple comments I read in the comment section of the one video. Someone wrote, John Jones taking your back now has a whole different meaning, or or now he's much more dangerous. Imagine John Jones being a little bit aggressively flirtatious against you. That's a nightmare in itself. I read some of the funniest comments. We'll see how much further this goes. But back to the question. Sorry, I just got distracted by that.
Yeah.
If Alex Pereira,
about him, huh?
What's that?
You keep thinking about him now, huh?
Listen, I have plenty of clips of you praising John Jones, and I mean just talking about him as if he's the greatest in the world. So I might clip that up and make that a video about it. You might have said some weird things as well too. I got that in the.
I don't think I did.
I got even in the stream alone that with a little bit of editing, things could be sounding a little bit dangerous. But anyways, if Alex Pereira is number one, let's switch gears completely and talk about if Alex Pereira has had the best year in 2024. Can we think of fighters that have had the worst year so far?
Yeah, I can give you one right now, and it hurts me to say this.
Mm-hmm.
Volkanovski. Volkanovski got dethroned and kicked down to the bottom.
To the bottom,
not just off of the Ilya fight, but coming off the Islam fights and then going straight into the Ilya fight. It has been a rough patch for Volk. And that's not necessarily saying he's the worst fighter. I still think he's an incredible fighter, absolute stud. But it's been rough. It's been rough for sure.
I don't know if I could. Then again, you go from being arguably number one pound for pound to becoming 2-fight losing streak. Yeah, I mean, where do you even put him in the featherweight division? Or I don't even know what you do with him in the future as well too.
Well, I mean, in the featherweight.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
In the featherweight division, besides Ilya, who do you see beating him? He's ran laps around the entire division. Who's gonna beat him? So, I mean, you have to put him at one. I would say still, even though I don't want to see him fight Ilya again because I think that would be absolutely awful. That would be the worst 4-fight streak for a fighter ever. 2 fights with Ilya, 2 fights with Islam, and you're going up a weight class for it. Oh my god!
So hear me out, because Volkanovski is a great candidate. Before I give you my next one, Volkanovski again was number one pound for pound. Do you remember that Max Holloway? It was more a conversation for him. What do we do with Max Holloway? He can't be Volkanovski. He can't be the champion. He's always going to be this gatekeeper. To switch gears just a little bit, Max Holloway, maybe he has turned everything around. Where now, do you believe that he could win at 145 or at 155, or is it a little bit of recency bias?
145 or 155? What are we asking? Featherweight
or lightweight? Yeah, I mean,
lightweight.
Holloway was looked at as
a gatekeeper. What are you asking though?
I'm just saying he was looked at a gatekeeper. I was saying he looked at like a gatekeeper in 2023. What's his ceiling in 2024?
I just don't. I mean, Justin was a great fight for him. It was. I mean, he. Let's be honest. That might be fight of the year right now. I think we can safely say that's definitely a candidate for fight of the year. Just the way I understand. I understand he was putting it on Justin, and I had Justin in that fight. Justin had his nose broken, so if that doesn't happen, it could be a different way. Like, sorry, it just could have went a different way if he doesn't get his nose broken right there. But I think we can say that's possibly fight of the year. But with that being said, that's the perfect person for Max to fight, because Justin falls into the same BS he does every time. He will fight so smart sometimes, and then he just can't help it, and he goes back to the dog mentality and goes back to his slugger days and will stand there and bang. Max isn't known for the most incredible power, but you cannot stand in front of Max Holloway and think you're going to stand there and bang with as sloppy as Justin Gaethje gets sometimes when he trickles back into his old ways.
Is Gaethje overrated?
Gaethje's overrated, it is. And that's because he has the worst coach in UFC history, the most overrated coach in UFC history.
And you guys know you guys can jump in the Discord and join the call to have a conversation with us. Let's have fun with this stream and just have all these different overrated, underrated 2024 topics. Any other fighter that's more overrated than Justin Gaethje at this point? I mean, I could throw out a name like Bryce Mitchell.
Yes.
That's a
I could give you one right now. I could give you the top of the list right now. You want the number one name on the list, Miller? You want the number one overrated person?
Let me guess.
Do you want it?
Let me guess. I hope you're not thinking of who I think you're thinking about.
Oh, I am. I absolutely am.
Don't tell me
it's
Charles.
Right.
Don't tell me it's Charles Oliveira.
No.
Okay.
But he's properly rated. He's properly rated.
Okay. Because he's still a threat in the division. Overrated? You're not thinking Dustin Poirier, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I am thinking Dustin Poirier. He does not deserve the title shot he's getting. He doesn't deserve the title shot he's getting. How? Because they offered it to Arman, who's above him, which makes sense because whatever. That's just how rankings work. Then they went below him and offered Gamrot. They don't even think he deserves the title.
I've been thinking about this. I've been thinking about this. You still
can't answer. How many weeks has it been? You still can't answer. What did he show you? What glimpse? What glimmer? What little flash did he show you in knocking out a dude who could not breathe and had staph infection? What did he show you?
That he could finish the fight by submission because he was this close. That he could outstrike. That he was close. He was close.
So how does that mean you can finish the fight by submission? He wasn't even.
So he could maybe finish it by submission. Maybe again, it's the threat is there. I mean, still has great knockout power. This is another thing I was thinking about regarding this talk with Poirier and Islam. We're jumping ahead a little bit, but you don't think his experience has some kind of factor for this fight? It got to mean something.
I mean, I'm not saying he's not a Hall of Famer of the UFC, not a legend in the UFC. I'm just telling you, he's on the back end of that.
How is he overrated?
The past couple fights, Miller, because he doesn't deserve a title shot and he's getting one.
That's not his fault. Most people didn't step up to the plate, and I got a theory that they didn't want to give him the shot because he was playing hardball when negotiations for $299.
You want to know how I know? You want to know how I know he's not? Sorry, Hito. You want to know how I know he's not choking out somebody? How he's not close to doing that? Because he had a dude with staph infection that could not breathe, and he still couldn't choke that dude out.
You said he couldn't breathe, but people were arguing he was winning the first round. He looked perfectly fine to me. Until Benoit started catching him.
Stop the nonsense.
That helps me.
until he started getting caught by Dustin. Got hands. Both southpaw stands, him and Islam. I think is closer than you guys imagine. And if it's anything over plus 200, I would say slam that bet. It's time to make some money. Hito, welcome to the stream. What's on your mind, bro?
John Jones is gay.
Okay, we're gonna get a lot of these today.
All right, I guess we're gonna talk about this, huh?
Crazy, huh?
Should we buckle down on this topic?
I mean, I think MMA Guru made the perfect piece. It's pure comedy the whole way through. I don't care if he's gay; it is what it is. But that dude's gay, though.
All right, so question about this, right? Because the video went viral. I think it has like over 350,000 views. Does anything come out of this, or is it kind of like people laugh for a little bit, Twitter memes and gifs, and then it's over? Or do you think John Jones has to like address this eventually?
I mean, it explains why he's beating his wife all the time. I'm sorry.
And why she looks a little manly.
And the pills to get the job done in the bedroom. I mean, but again, back to the question: do you think he responds to this? Is there anything that's going to come out of this, or is this just a hot topic for the week?
The only way he responds to it is if somebody asks him a question at a press conference. I don't think he would ever mention it besides then.
Yeah, the only way it comes up is if like he's in a press conference and Sean Strickland happens to be there. Like, there's no way, or maybe Colby. If Colby Covington's in that press conference, they're gonna bring it up. But there's no way like somebody's gonna risk their job asking that type of question because you know how the weirdos are today.
Oh, bro, I would do it. I'm not even joking. I would do it. You don't even have to be rude about it. Somebody has to do it at a press conference. Say, hey, John Jones, there was a video about MMA Guru. Any response to that? That easy.
He would say, "Who is MMA Guru?"
And they'll be like, "Oh, he had a video of allegedly you swing, you're a switch hitter, and there's plenty of evidence you at the comedy club."
Mr. Jones, just a question for you: do you or do you not like LA boys? Are they your favorite?
Listen. Somebody's gonna do it, right? What's the over under on somebody asking a question?
It's gonna be Smo. It's gonna be Smo. Smo's gonna do it.
Nah, he's not. Gonna
no
do
way.
It.
No way.
There's no
how
way he
legendary. How legendary would that be if Smo went up there and said, "Mr. Jones, we're here today." That would be legendary.
He 100% wouldn't do it. 100%. But what's
Chris
the over?
do it.
Chris Fave wouldn't care. He would definitely do it. What's the over under that someone asks a question before he retires about that topic specifically?
I think I think it's under from a reporter. Definitely whoever is going to be in that fight card with him and Stipe, depending on the person, they might bring it up. But no, I don't think the reporter. What are they going to ask him? Like, hey, like, are you gay? And that's going to, these lefties, the beta quest, they're gonna cancel him,
Straight bullets to Beta Quest. Wow.
He'll get canceled, so it's like no reporter's gonna ask him that question.
Oh man, I feel like somebody has to, bro. That's an easy viral moment right there.
What would you do? What would y'all think? Obviously, I mean, you can't. I guess I can't say anything bad right here, but what would you do if somebody was like, John Jones, we seen a video recently. We just wanted to ask you straight from the source, are you gay? And he's like, yeah.
That would be crazy. He's the greatest fighter of all time, and he's like, that's insane.
I would tell him to leave him
on fire. I
think. Just whisper crazy things into that person's ear. Have him mic'd up. Get the behind the scenes.
No wonder nobody wants to go
on fire.
No wonder nobody wants to go to the ground with them. They all try and keep it up with them.
Bro, that's crazy. I never expected a video like that to come out, but now after it did, watching his interviews and all that, it's screaming at you. It's and it makes sense of why he's your favorite fighter. Trey. It all makes sense now. Hito did. That was what you wanted to talk about. Is there, as far as 2024, anything else you want to talk about in the future or the present?
I mean, good start. There's no beating 300 this year, but I think we have some decent cars lining up. I think Hernandez he's out of 303, so there's some cars lining up. They're coming to Jersey. The hot fire is coming to Jersey, so you got Dustin Poirier and Islam, easy W. Then Sean Strickland and Paulo Costa, who probably had like the funniest skit as his announcement for that fight, happening on the same card. Was it 302?
Miller,
Strickland, yeah, it's the same card as Poirier and
hang
yes.
up the phone, Miller.
It was a funny
Hang
skit.
up the phone.
Miller's
I
gotta
am
admit that shit was
so
hilarious.
Hito.
Somehow he's gonna talk about a
I
skit.
swear on everything I love. I am so sick of hearing you talk about these dumb little skits on Instagram.
It was
He
funny.
loves it. He loves
Not
it.
to
He
mention,
was
I
not funny.
He
can't.
loves it.
I accidentally watched the Marab one the other day. I came across it. He was
Accidentally.
just jogging or whatever. He's doing a firefighter going and getting Sean O'Malley saying, "You got to train for your fight. You got to get your cardio." It was the worst skit I have ever seen in my entire life. The
And Hito loves
acting
it.
was horrible. Everything was horrible. Guess who liked it? Guess who liked it?
You should have took a screenshot of it. Oh, that's it. That's too easy. That's too easy. That's the first question on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Hear me out here. Did you see the Paula Costa skit though?
That one was funny. You got to watch it, Trey, and then tell us what you think. That was a good one. Speaking of Costa and Strickland,
But hold on.
I got Costa
Who
just real quick.
Hey, Billy, real quick. Who made a cameo in that skit that was funny? Who actually made you laugh in that skit?
Not
Just say it.
Marab. Not Marab.
It was Marab. Stop it. You know it was Marab.
Costa, I don't want to give it away, but Costa made me laugh at the end of the scene in the skit. We're talking about, of course, with Hito, we're talking about skits, not fighting. Not press conferences.
Hito on that
He's
John
winning.
Jones stuff
He's
for
gonna
Marab,
continue
for real. Hito on that John Jones way for Marab. I ain't no Diddy.
Yo,
Hey, you got your partner's timestamp. I don't want to hear nothing about it.
That's a fact. I'm not arguing that. He does know about Connor's cheeks and where they are.
You
in
might
that
have some
movie.
content for the Clips channel to make about Trey and what he said in the first 10, 15 minutes. He said a crazy Paul stuff. Like, I'm talking insane. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. Hito, we got another caller. Feel free to jump back in. I have Joe waiting. Let's see what he has to bring up. Yo, Joe, welcome to
Miller.
stream.
How are you? That's what he's going to say.
Here comes 5-second pauses before getting to his point.
Guys, what's going on?
Oh, what's up?
How are
What's up,
y'all?
brother?
Good, doing well.
How was your weekend, Miller?
It was great. Caught a fish.
Miller caught a fish. I was about to say. I seen that.
Me
Nice
too.
little bass.
Expect
I
a fishing
saw
channel
that.
coming soon. So just throwing that out there.
Okay.
I might start a fishing channel.
I saw that. Miller caught Jamal Hill over there in that little pond and threw him back in.
All right. That's just disrespectful. He's gonna make a return this year. He's gonna beat Khalil Roundtree, and we're back to normal.
You have him in that fight, Miller?
I'm not
I'm
that
gonna get
confident.
knocked out.
I'm not that
Yeah, I'm
confident.
about to say.
Honestly,
Out.
I hope
I
that's
was
not what
about
you
to
called
say,
in to
Miller.
talk about. Is there anything else? I'm pretty sure there's something else.
No, I want to talk about. Oh gosh,
Please don't say John Jones.
Yeah.
I want to talk about John Jones.
All right.
It's been a long
right.
day already.
Well-
If you didn't hear Chris,
This is my opinion. First of all, let's on a serious note. That man has a wife and kids. It's kind of sad. Let's be
Well,
real.
that's done, isn't it? Didn't they separate?
Are they?
I'm pretty sure they are.
Well, they're not divorced yet. So
I thought it was just so he could reproduce.
come on, man. I'm not even gonna entertain
What's up,
this.
Leroy?
I'm not even gonna entertain this. But prayers up for John Jones. That's kind of crazy. I hope he gets help, and I hope that he figures that out, because that's crazy. That's crazy.
Does it make him better? Is that the best base for MMA?
Does it make him better?
Yeah. Is that the best base for MMA?
Absolutely not.
Being a switch hitter. I'm just
A switch hitter, man. What are you
Yo.
saying?
It is crazy. Listen, I don't want to point this
Just
out. It
hear
is
me out.
crazy.
Mhm.
He would go on his back a lot. I mean, he was quick to go on his back a lot in fights. I don't know.
Yo,
I don't know.
you know what I realized just now about Trey?
What's up?
I just realized this.
Mhm.
Y'all see his
What?
hand motions? That boy is taking a page out of Donald Trump's playlist.
Oh, absolutely. And John Jones at the same time.
You know what's
Okay.
funny?
That's
Shout out to Josh Graham on the drive. He moves his hands more than anybody. Does a radio show, and I just I fell into it. I started mimicking him, and now I freaking do it all the time. It sucks.
I think it looks good, though. I think he drives home your point. Anyway, something else I want to talk about is your poll in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa,
You
pause.
said
Right.
okay. You said Max Holloway, Sean O'Malley, and who was the other one? Alex Pereira?
Yeah.
Yeah, you missed the number 1 guy.
Who's that? I would love to know.
Ilya Taporia.
That was the other name that I probably should have put up on there. That would have been a good one.
You
Over
missed the
Max.
number 1 guy.
So you put him above Max?
Of course I put him above Max. He's the champion. Max lost 3 times against Alex Volkanovski.
Well, we're just
But-
talking
but-
about the first quarter. The
Yep.
2024 year only.
Yep.
Yeah,
The
Ilya
20
Taporia, he won a belt. Yeah.
Which is a big deal. He's a big star, but I just put Max Moment a little bit above that. That was the greatest time. That went crazy viral.
Unless, Miller, you're one of those people that holds the BMF belt in high regard. So don't tell me you're one of those people.
No, it wasn't that. It was just a knockout was spectacular. We're talking about.
I'm surprised he doesn't have one hanging up on his wall back there for Max or something, a little flag, a Hawaiian flag or something.
I can't wait to get in the editing room and make a couple edits on the things that you said about John Jones throughout the years. That's
Everybody knows what was said.
Miller, please don't do that.
I'm about to download this AI software and just watch what you said.
Speaking of Guru, right? He made another video. I guess we're talking about some interesting topics. Did you guys see the Chandler video?
I did.
No.
I did.
What
I
is
watched
that?
it today. It was a little weird though.
You
like
want to inform Joe on it?
Inform us.
basically, Michael Chandler went on the Sean Ryan show and gave an interview where he was talking about raising black sons and everything. They kind of asked him about that, and he was saying that he's not raising black sons. He's raising sons. He's not raising black men. He's raising men. And kind of just went down that avenue. And the Guru absolutely destroyed him and was like bashing him, saying like this is wrong, like it's weird. And he was saying that Michael Chandler's talking about how he doesn't see skin color and all these things, but he pulled up a post that was on Michael Chandler's page when he had Hap, his first kid, that was saying like we prayed for a year straight every night for a baby brother with skin color like his and all this stuff. And the kind of argument that the Guru was making, I think what I got from it is if you're really adopting kids and really trying to do this and like you really care and everything, it doesn't matter what the color of the kid is. Like just go help the most needy kid in there and take them and get them out of the most dire situation that you can. You don't pray for skin colors and different things to get adopted. Just kind of like that whole thing. He was just like, it's weird the way you're moving and doing this. That was his argument. That's from the Guru, not my mouth.
Okay, I have to watch the video to have I want to see exactly what it said because I don't want to say nothing that is something that he didn't say.
Miller, you think that's about spot on with what he was arguing?
Yeah, I guess the strongest part of the argument was if Michael Chandler really said like pray for that skin color. Man, I'm scared of like releasing this on YouTube now. But
that's weird.
If he did say that specifically, which I think might be the case,
he showed a screenshot of a story from Instagram that said we prayed every day for a year. He zooms in, it's like shows it all. I mean, obviously there's AI and editing and everything, and that could not be true, but
right. If that is true, that they prayed for that specific skin color, that's a little interesting on Michael Chandler's part. Unless, like, I don't know. What do you think about that with all this new information? And Hito wanted to be added in here with you, so thank you for
I don't know.
Hito.
I have no idea. Again, I have to see if that's true. If he prayed for a skin color, I mean, you have to think, okay, did God put that on his heart that he wanted to, or is that what he's meaning by that? You know what I'm saying? Is that, or does he mean like, it's just a weird wording. It's weird. It's weird,
man. God put that on your heart. It is weird.
No, listen, it's weird, but why are you going to bash? Okay, I get that. Okay, we all admit it's weird, okay? MMA Guru's right. He's weird for that. Okay, guess what? He adopted a kid, though. That's a great thing.
That's a
good
way to think.
Let's get past the weird thing. Okay, it was weird, and guess what? Now, he's adopted how many kids now? 2, 3?
Yeah, 2.
Yeah, he's adopted
2.
I think 2.
So he's doing a great thing for those children's lives, and so why are you gonna?
I don't think anyone's arguing are upset with the fact that they're doing it. They're questioning why.
So
If it
Okay,
is
but
about adopting and like your heart is for helping these children, why are
right,
you praying for certain
I get it.
types and just like
Okay,
that type?
but we
Like
agree. We agree. That's weird. Yeah, we all agree that's weird. Everyone can agree that's weird. But then after we agree on that's weird, two things can be true at once. So the first thing is one, it's weird, and then two, he's doing a great thing.
there might be some interesting details. So he has a son named Hap, right? So according to Tarzan, because I'm looking this up as we speak, Chandler has said that Hap wanted a black sibling, though. That's his other black child. It's understandable that Hap would feel that way. So I guess he was telling his son, like, listen, if that's what you want, pray for it. They're very religious, and children do pray for things they feel strongly about. If that's the case, then I'm kind of convinced on the other end that it is not that weird.
Yeah, I don't think unless it was the first kid.
No, it was the first kid that Michael Chandler basically told him, if that's what you want, pray for it. According to Tarzan, if that is the detail of why they prayed for a specific skin color, then that's okay.
Hey, look,
I think, right?
I guess it is. It's just a little whatever. It's a little bit weird. Okay, let's all admit it's just a little bit.
So I don't even know if it's weird. Beta says wasn't the answer that he wanted his son to have a sibling that was the same race. If that's the case, is it still weird?
No, if he said that about the second kid.
Yo.
What were you
But not
about
the
to say,
first
Joe?
He's gay.
You still got John Jones in your mind, huh, Joe? Sounded like you was gonna say something else for a second.
Yo, can y'all please? We're talking about something serious. We're past that already. Please. So anyway, I don't think it was that weird.
So hey, I wanted to talk about something real quick because I think Joe had a point. No, it was a good point. Tapoya is having a better quarter than Max, 100%, 100%. He's got a whole country. Soccer teams, music videos. Don't
you dare! Don't you dare! Don't you dare!
It wasn't a bigger moment though.
Bro's like a First of all, he knocked out Volk when
he jumped up 200,000 followers after his fucking
No, I'm talking about. I didn't talk about no social media. I talk about like actual impact. Like the whole country stopped for this guy. Ain't nobody doing parades for Max Holloway.
Oh, why?
He got his viral moment. It's gonna be gone. Tapoya is still being celebrated.
Tapoya, he's new though, and also, what has happened over in that country besides war? Like,
hey,
okay, listen. This is why it's Ilia Tapoya by far.
Well,
let me tell you why.
Hold on, Joe. But before, let me just keep that thought. Speaking to what Hito said, what will be a bigger moment in UFC history when it's all said and done? Let's say 10 years down the line, is it going to be Ilya being champion, or is it going to be Max Holloway's knockout?
I mean, I think Tapoya's knockout is going to take him further than Max Holloway's knockout. So if you want to talk about like the quarter, Tapoya's going to have a better year off of this than Max will.
100%. That's not what we're asking.
It was a cool moment, but that's only going to last for what? Like nobody's doing parades for this guy. Nobody's stopping. Like he's not going to make crazy money. Tapoya is going to call all the shots, and he beat Volk, who was like the boogeyman of that division. Everybody, Trey, myself, everybody had him. Volk winning, and Tapoya laid that man out.
Not me. For one, for two, I get what you're saying, and I'm thinking out loud, so don't hold my words too much. But at the same time, I know belts are almost everything, but that was bigger than the belt. That moment, no? Like at least for the first quarter. Then Ilya winning the featherweight belt. I know that's a great thing for Ilya. He beat a pound for pound great, maybe the greatest featherweight of all time. But I'm talking about in the first quarter of 2024 to beat Gaethje the way he did when he didn't even have to, right? He didn't have to stand in the pocket and trade. That moment alone was bigger than Ilya has had in 2024.
Why don't we ask Max Holloway what he would rather have, a BMF belt or a lightweight belt or a featherweight belt?
That's fair, but we're talking about
then.
2024.
There's your answer.
2024.
There's your answer. I'm telling you the answer.
Oh,
I'm telling you the answer.
But Miller, the competition is not even. Volk hands down was better competition. It's not even. You know what I mean?
Fair.
And Tapoya slept him. And to be honest, that first round, Max I poked him twice. I mean, there's a little griminess happening over there. You know what I mean?
Nobody cares about that much. I mean, what people remember is him knocking out Gaethje. I don't know. I feel pretty strongly that moment was bigger than Ilya winning the belt. Is that crazy to say?
Okay, you're talking about the moment, but who had a better quarter? I think it's Taporia for sure.
So Miller, let me get this straight.
Hands down, what does that win mean for Max? He's gonna maybe have a shot at Taporia.
It means a lot. I think he might have a shot at Taporia, and he might have some options open at 155 now. His whole career, it was looking like if he lost to Gaethje, maybe it's time to retire. Now it's the complete opposite. He could fight for the title at 145, maybe even 155 eventually, or counter if he comes back. What were we gonna say, Joe? My bad.
No, you're good. I was just going to say I'm on this channel to simplify everything. I just want to ask you a simple question. This is what I do. I get on here, I ask simple questions, and then your answer reveals kind of you start getting red and blushing when you realize when you answer my questions, you're like, oh yeah, what I just said was complete.
Don't forget your thought that you had earlier. I didn't mean to cut you off earlier, but yes.
Yeah. So So I want to get this straight. You think that the BMF belt is bigger than the featherweight belt?
No, never said that.
Okay. You think that knocking out someone spectacularly is better than winning a UFC belt?
Both of them were knocked out spectacularly, in my opinion. But go ahead.
No, not really.
Okay, so then stop talking. Then what are you talking about?
But that moment was bigger than Ilya Taporia's moment. I think that's fair to say.
Yeah, you're talking about shock value. Yeah, shock value wise, yes, bigger moment, 100%.
The moment.
And you have I have another issue with your
That's
poll.
the biggest moment of the year, by the way, too.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I have
arguably the fight of the year.
And yeah.
It is the fight of the year.
No, knockout of the year, fight of the year. That means it had to be actual fight. That was not a fight.
I understand that. Okay, I get it. He was whooping Justin the whole time, but there was a couple times in there where you're like, hold on, is Justin about to come back right here?
Yep.
And that was the fight of the year.
Not really.
There were moments where I'm like, oh, Gaethje started to catch him.
There was a couple times where you're like, hold on, maybe he's not out.
Round
Bro,
4.
there was a couple times in the fight where you're like, all right, Gaethje's done. Like, this is over. And then there's a couple times in the fight where you're like, hold on a second. Wait a second. He just landed hard. He just landed hard right there.
And you have Alex Pereira in there. What has Alex Pereira done in 2024? He knocked out a bum.
All right.
He knocked out a bum.
Be careful, Joe.
What is he?
Miller's on.
He was supposed to do that. That wasn't impressive. That wasn't impressive to knock out a bum.
I think Herb stopped it a bit early.
Oh my gosh.
When did Alex fight Yuri?
That was last year.
Was last year?
Yeah, that was last year.
That was December?
Yeah. So, first quarter, 100%. You didn't even have the guy up there. It's between Sean O'Malley and Ilya Taporia. At least Sean O'Malley defended his belt. At least I guess you're right. You're right. Vera is a bum. That's another one that Miller had.
Yeah.
All right.
Y'all answer this question then for me. Besides UFC 299 and 300, do you think the UFC has been good late, like this year? Have y'all been
this year
entertained or impressed? Entertained? No. Take 299 and 300. No, take 299 and 300 out of it. And let's look at all the other ones.
Sean Strickland saved the card in January. That card was a nothing burger until Sean Strickland decided to make it into an actual pay-per-view. And then you had 299 and 300. But 302 is going to be good. So I mean,
that was we started with 297 in January. And we had 298. And then 299 finally picked it up with Sean O'Malley and them and like kind of saved the year. And then I thought 300 was fantastic. And that completely turned the UFC year around because before 299, it was not.
Hold on, 298 wasn't that bad. With
Ilya Taporia knocked him out. Yeah, that was a good.
And
card.
That's what
I'm saying. You have one good fight. That's besides the main events on those cards. The card is like.
Yeah, Marab versus Cejudo was boring. That was boring.
Yep.
All of the prelims were kind of boring, but like, what'd you call it?
That was the main card.
It was crazy good. You also had Ian Gary. You had Marab. You know what I'm talking about?
That was a boring fight.
Did he just say Marab and like rev it up? That was disgusting.
He's John Jones for Marab, honestly. Like,
Marab. A
This-
disgusting
all right,
individual.
maybe you could answer this for us, Hito. We might as well talk about it since we're here. What is it about Marab that you love so much? Let's just flat out,
Well,
plain and simple, because
He's
somehow
got 700,086 Instagram followers to start off with. That's pretty cool.
$7.99 follows so you get to 800. Number one. Number two. He's gonna be the next one. He's hilarious. He's gonna beat Sean O'Malley. He's the next champion. You guys have tunnel vision. It's all right. I'll be the one that's right about Marab, and it's gonna hurt all your feelings. But yeah, I gotta go. Bedtime for the daughter. See you.
we could talk about the future of this year too. Does Marab become champion in 2024? What do you guys
Hey,
think?
he might. That's a toss-up. That's not an
it.
easy fight for Sean O'Malley.
I think it is.
Hold up.
I think it is.
That's an easy fight. That ain't
Yeah.
an easy fight.
I think
I
stylistically
ain't
it's
gonna-
gonna be very easy.
I'm not gonna pick anyone. I'm just gonna. I'm not even gonna pick that fight. I don't like the matchup for Sean O'Malley. I think that's a bad stylistic matchup for him.
I think it's a good
Same.
one.
It's a worse style Aljo. So
You think he's worse than Aljo?
yes,
Come on.
I
No,
think
he's not.
I do.
I
I
think
do.
physically it's
Let me ask you this. Let
it's
me ask you
easier.
this truthfully. If Marab and Aljo fought, who do you got?
Marab
I got
I just
Aljo.
can't do it.
at 135.
I just can't do it.
I can't. I can't do it. I can't choose Marab. First of all, Hito ruined anything about Marab for me forever. Period. Like I don't even like the guy. Every time I see him, I'm like, you know, what I'm saying, it just grosses me out. He looks like a little rat. But
I mean,
what?
I'm not saying MMA math works, but Cejudo arguably beat Aljamain Sterling. That was a close
Mhm.
fight, and Marab kind of dogged him. So
That
I'm not.
fight sucked too. The Aljo and
I'm not
Henry
saying-
fight was awful.
Well, I'm not saying that Aljamain Sterling did anything special. I'm just saying that
And saying Marab
Cejudo
dogged
looked
him, like
better.
that's a reach. A
It
little
went
bit.
to a decision,
That's a reach.
and nothing really
Yeah.
happened.
and I had Henry.
I
I had Henry winning that fight.
Yeah, Henry's like 39, so it makes sense why he kind of struggled a little
Okay.
bit. I mean, Marab, listen, all right,
Like I told y'all, listen, I'm so I will pound this out forever. Okay.
What the heck?
I really
What is
am
this
letting them
guy-
slide it. This
I'm
is
telling
bad,
you,
Joe.
he-
Get your mind out of the gutter. Stop thinking about
Hollywood is
John Jones.
gonna make
I
a
will,
clips of this.
Come on.
I'll
It sounds-
say
it sounds
this
like you got John Jones in
forever.
your mind. Mhm.
I'll say this
I'll
forever.
pound this forever.
Sean O'Malley moves different in the octagon like no other person in the UFC right now. His footwork is at an all-time high. Marab's not shooting on the dudes that just stand in front of him
Good
like a
point.
Henry Cejudo.
Good point. All these
Sean
guys are
is
small.
constantly moving.
Jose,
All right.
Piotr Jan, Henry Cejudo, all like 5'6", 5'7" and under, something like that.
Yeah.
Sean O'Malley's reach, I'm telling you, he's gonna be
Like
tough for him to
Miller's
get on
height.
the inside, and he's gonna get caught. I'm telling you, Marab is gonna get caught with a left straight down the middle.
Gonna knock him out bad.
I think he might even knock him out.
It could
He's
happen.
gonna
I'm
knock him.
just
I-
I'm just not confident enough to say one way or the other. Because okay, what if he gets in? If he gets a hold of Sean O'Malley, he's going to the floor, 1,000%. So
He's gonna have to
He's
pay
gonna
to
have
get.
to get a hold. But Joe, okay, they go to the floor. You got to beat the champ, dog. You don't get to cuddle with him like you do every fight.
And who has
we
he?
saw Armin. We just saw Armin beat
No.
Charles by
But-
hugging him.
But
Stop.
when it comes to Marab,
Stop
as far as
that
ground
right
and pound,
now.
as far as Marab ground and pound, who has he actually beat up down there? Nobody. He didn't do nothing to Piotr Jan, to Cejudo, or to Aldo. He doesn't do nothing down there. And you're right,
hugged him.
Trey. I agree with you. He does that again against Sean O'Malley. I don't think a decision goes his way.
You got to beat the champ. You have to beat the
If
champ.
he holds
That's the
him
rule.
down for 5 rounds,
It's not gonna happen.
okay. I mean,
Ooh,
What,
Mr.
what,
Mustache.
so what?
said-
So, what is that for you, Joe? Control time? He's just winning off control time. That's it.
I'm just saying I don't agree with decisions like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Armin beat Charles. So I'm saying that if Marab does that, according to UFC judges, he might have the fight in the bag if he is able to wrestle him and control him on the ground without doing any much damage, if at all. So
Charles may have got robbed. Two important comments that we need to read real quick. Maybe 3. Beta Quest says, imagine he catches a hook and ducks for the takedown. O'Malley is catching him coming in. I know y'all can see it. Tarzan says, Marab does try to strike also. He's going to get caught. And then Mr. Mustache says, Marab needs 25 minutes to win. Sugar needs 1 shot. That's
Yeah, I mean, I see it. I
Yeah,
understand.
he's the best counter striker in the UFC. He is, and he's got the best footwork in the UFC now.
Hey,
Like,
so what's the
he's
line? What do you
scary.
think? What do you think the line should be for the fight? Then give an honest line.
Even money.
Sean O'Malley minus 185.
I like that. I was gonna say 175, something like that.
So you have him as a
It's
not
just
even
under
a
2 to
1.
1. Just under 2 to 1 is what I think.
Drew, can you talk to these
That
people?
are you
Oh
asking
my.
what I think the fight should be at, or what I think Vegas is gonna do?
No, what do you think? Your personal opinion, like
I would do like 230, like over
minus
2 to 1.
230.
Minus 230. Yeah,
What's
Sean
good
O'Malley.
money for Sean O'Malley by knockout? Like, do you think you get like a
It'll be-
plus 200?
It'll be plus money.
Maybe like
No, of
one-
course, but what do you think
115,
it'll
I
be?
bet. Like
Plus
plus
130.
130.
Plus 200, I think.
I hope. I don't even think we're gonna get that.
I don't even think it would be plus 200.
He's not.
Yeah.
Has Marab's never been knocked out?
He's been hurt
Never had
pretty
a-
bad. All he does is
Never had a
hug
good
people.
fight either.
Yeah,
That's the point. Marab's
the-
striking isn't terrible.
it's not good.
Do you know who he's going up against, Drew? Like, don't come in here with that dumb bull crap before I make.
I know
Miller hang
exactly
up on
who he's
you.
going up against. He's going to get a hold of him.
When does he look good striking, Drew? Against who?
Closing the distance is all he's got to do, and he's good at that.
Exactly. We went from striking, look good striking,
right.
to
That's
closing
a part
the
of
distance.
striking. That's a part of
Let's
striking.
just do this. Let's do this. I want everybody to answer this. Who has Marab fought that what you would say has the same quality of striking as Sean O'Malley?
Great question.
Nobody, but
I
who
can
is
only-
he fought with
Okay,
the wrestling?
wait. I'm not done. I'm not done. I'm not done.
I can only
Drew,
think of one that's
Good
close.
point, Drew. Good point,
Well,
Drew.
well,
Who has Marab fought that has the same quality as footwork as Sean O'Malley?
Ooh, Trey, this is the first time.
did Marab fight Jose Aldo?
I thought Cheeto fought.
I don't know.
No,
I don't know.
Marab fought
That's
Jose
fine.
Aldo. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that's one of them. Jose Aldo's an elite striker.
Doesn't move like Sean O'Malley at this age in his career. So,
I wasn't
But
talking
he-
about striking. I said footwork. We moved past the striking.
Marab's got. I
You
mean,
already
Aldo's
said
got good
nobody.
footwork.
Yeah.
Aldo's got good footwork.
Like Sean O'Malley?
No, but he's one of the
Okay,
greatest.
so the answer is nobody again.
Mustache. I was
Okay,
thinking of Piotr
okay.
Jan as well too, but Piotr Jan again, the size is
So
different.
Yeah,
yeah,
so you think-
Piotr Jan.
Yeah, but
the
Doesn't
size
have,
is
doesn't
way
have Sean
different.
O'Malley's footwork.
and he does.
size,
He's
yeah.
more he more stands in the
What
pocket.
guy has Marab fought that's as tall as Sean O'Malley?
Nobody.
Yeah,
Can you give me-
you're
can you give
making
me
look
that at
Trey.
least?
You're making good points, but you got to look at it on the flip side. O'Malley's never fought no one with this cardio, with this wrestling, with
Piotr
just
Jan?
not with the wrestling. Nowhere close to as nice as
Cardio
Marab.
though, cardio. Piotr Jan, Dookie's on Marab.
No, he does. Nobody Dookie's on Marab. He got the best. He's got the best cardio.
Marab
in the
doesn't
the
do
UFC.
anything. How are you getting tired if you're just laying there? You don't get
Because
tired doing
wrestling-
that.
Wrestling's the most tiring thing to do, and he doesn't get tired, and he wrestles the whole time.
Piotr Jan
The
holds a
entire
high
time.
guard and stands still, says Tarzan Strickland. Nobody's like Sean O'Malley. Let's just
No, it's the same for both sides.
That-
Nobody's
that
like
he-
Marab that O'Malley's fought,
he fought Aljo.
and he
think
lost
Aljo-
the first round.
I think Aljo's. No, he didn't.
All three judges had him losing that round, Trey. Every single one of them.
Oh my gosh, stop. I
They
refuse
did.
to believe that.
It's
I
just a
refuse to believe
fact.
that.
He lost.
Um,
Every single judge had him losing the first
Also,
round of Aljo.
if I remember correctly, didn't Sean start super slow that fight? If I remember
he lost.
correctly,
He got wrestled and bullied.
did-
to the
he
second
was
it's gonna
barely-
happen.
he was barely throwing the first round. Then he
It
said,
wasn't
"Hold on a
that wide
second."
of a round.
He
Yeah, Aljo
clearly
won,
lost
but-
the round. He
Yeah, but
clearly
it
lost.
wasn't
round
like
one.
he got dominated. It was like, yeah,
He got. He's not. And listen, I hate the Bershaw's bubble. Marab versus O'Malley is gonna be boring, and it's gonna look just like that for 5 rounds.
it
he's
could,
gonna-
but he's gonna catch him,
it's-
so it's not gonna be boring. He's
If
gonna
he
catch him.
doesn't,
knock
okay,
him
let's
out.
just put it this way: say he doesn't knock him out, then do y'all think he's gonna win a decision?
He could still win a decision, absolutely.
No.
Standing on the outside,
Listen to me.
lateral movement, absolutely.
Marab better go in there and start praying as soon as the clock wins that it goes to decision, because that is the only chance he has is beating Sean O'Malley.
That's
Quick
how I have him
question.
winning.
I
That's
heard
what
But
he's
this
gonna
is
do.
but this is what I'm telling you. You don't get to lay down with the champion. You have to beat him.
Yes,
you
you
don't get to
do.
butt cuddle him.
Says who? You can lay on him for 5 rounds and you're the champ.
Who won the belt by laying on him for 5 rounds? Answer me that. Who won the belt that way?
Raquel Pennington.
That's a freaking female fight.
Carlos Esparza. Carlos Esparza.
This
Called him
dude.
Carlos, not even Carla. Damn.
Carla.
Damn, that's crazy. What's up, Hito?
I mean, she looked like a Carlos.
The question has Merab fought anybody with Sean's footwork and stuff like that? But O'Malley hasn't fought anybody with Merab's wrestling. And before you bring up Aljo didn't go to his game plan. And Miller, you even said that yourself.
Because
thank you, Hito.
He tried once.
This is what I tell y'all.
Don't start backtracking now, Miller. And you also have Aljo beating O'Malley 9 times out of 10. If it's a rematch, you have Aljo winning. You said that yourself.
I picked O'Malley to win.
Wait, is this fight booked yet?
You have winning.
I don't even think it's officially booked, actually.
Be honest. If you have Aljo and O'Malley going against each other again, who'd you say you're gonna? Who'd you have picking for the winner?
At 135 right now, I don't know, man. Sean O'Malley looked kind of special, so it's kind of tough to go with. Aljo might beat him, but again, Aljo is taller and bigger than Merab. Merab is gonna have a very tough time getting close. I don't think you guys realize that. Like,
Merab would dog walk Aljo if they fought. By the way,
I believe that too. I believe that too.
He would whoop Aljo if they fought.
These are some
number 2. The second thing I have to bring up is I love how every podcast I can make this a Merab podcast. You guys talk about Merab not having that star power, but we talk about that motherfucker 30 minutes every goddamn Monday night.
You bring him up every Monday night, and we
have to. I'm talking about him, maybe. I know the chat.
Hito, seriously, hop up off your knees before you call the channel again. Get up off your knees before you call back again. Hang up on him, Miller. I'm done with him tonight.
I have control. I can just jump back in.
All right, well, delete him from the. Somebody do something about this. I don't want to talk.
All right, can we move forward with 2024 besides Merab? Because holy crap, it's 8:07. I got like 7 minutes left.
I have a topic I want to discuss that's moving forward a little bit.
Yes, sir.
Can we talk about one of the biggest fumbles in UFC history? Talk about star power. Talk about an absolute superstar who's found his own lane now.
The biggest fumbles in UFC history? What?
Yes. That boy Platinum Mike Perry.
Oh my goodness!
I mean, that boy is on a tear right now.
Listen, Connor knows it. And Connor knows it. That's why he bought into the BKFC, and he said, "Mike, you're gonna be something."
So Trey, thank you for bringing that up, because now this brings me to my point that I was going to bring up.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that he bought it maybe say that he might do a bare knuckle fight against Mike Perry?
No.
We've seen the face off. They got in the ring and faced off before.
That would be a mistake for Connor.
Listen, unless apparently Mike Perry is actually pulling some bags over there at BKFC, unless they can get the money right, heck no. And also, could he fight in his own promotion? Like, now that he bought it, can he go fight?
Yes. 100%.
Question for you guys. You don't think, you guys sounded pretty confident. You guys don't think Connor is at least considering it?
I think he is.
I think
it would behoove Connor as an owner, because he knows what he brings to it. So it only boosted his investment if Connor actually fought in it.
Exactly.
That would be like,
well, I'm just saying. I'm saying, like, legally, is he allowed to do that?
That's what I was gonna say. I think what stops him more is being under the UFC, because he has 2 fights left.
I think. I don't know.
But if he didn't have contract stipulations, I think he would do it.
They've already gotten in the ring and faced off before.
He doesn't want to cut weight as much. 155, 170. He could probably
Mike
have
Perry
it at whatever weight.
Mike Perry also faced off with Logan Paul. So I mean,
Mike Perry's there to be. Mike Perry's there to be hit as well too. Again, he eats every punch, but I don't know.
There's no chance. Mike Perry versus Connor would look like, y'all have seen the episode of Martin when he gets hit in the hearse. That's what Conor McGregor would look like going in there versus Mike Perry. I'm convinced.
You think
I am thoroughly convinced. Listen to me. I am thoroughly convinced that in the BKFC, Mike Perry is unbeatable.
There's
nobody better.
I don't see anybody beating him.
When was Conor ever outstruck though?
Never.
In a UFC or a boxing match.
He got outstruck by Dustin Poirier.
It was more of the injury that happened.
The first fight?
He's never really been outstruck.
Conor got
Nah,
outstruck
that's
by Dustin
different.
Poirier the first fight.
That's
BKFC is different.
You can outstrike Mike Perry all you want to. He just got to land that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
What?
that's true. That's true. That's true.
BKFC is different. When you get hit in
Listen,
the face with a bare knuckle, that's different.
Mike Perry is at the, and I'm hyped because I love him. We all love him. Our whole little group. He is at the top of his fight game. He is the face of bare knuckle fighting, and I can't name one person, not one person, besides MVP got close. Me and Drew talked about that could get close to knocking him off that throne. He is a freak.
Is there anybody out there that could beat him in bare knuckle fighting?
I
Bare
really don't
knuckle,
think so.
name,
Not in
give
his
me
weight
any
class.
weight class. Give me any
Yeah.
weight class, any organization who
Well,
was beating
hold
Mike
on,
Perry
hold
in
on.
BKFC.
MVP.
I got
kinda
somebody.
did it. MVP
I
kind
got
of
somebody.
did it.
Didn't. That's what
If
we
it-
said.
if-
It was close. It was close, but no.
I had MVP winning that fight. I thought it was pretty clear, but
It's
I
got to
feel
be
they'll run it back.
somebody. It's got to be somebody who can take a punch and who can also give it. It's either Chris Moutinho or Cheeto Vera.
All right. Talk about the two worst names. Oh my god.
I got one more fumble since you guys brought up fumble.
What's
You
up?
said
Yep.
Cheeto Moutinho, Joe. Is that who you recommended?
Yes, they're one fighter. They combined into one guy.
This man Joe just said the same name twice for who he should fight. That's hilarious.
So I got since you guys brought up UFC fumbling, what about Armin fumbling not taking the fight against Islam? But he's doing a
Already said
grappling match with staph infection Benoit in 2 weeks.
I
It's not
kind of get
fumbling.
it. I kind of get it. I don't think Armin needs to push it. I mean, he's still early, so
But
he's got time.
why are you doing this grappling match?
Not good.
It's
enough to
not.
be a
It's
champ
not as
anyway.
tiring. You don't
Who
got to train
cares?
as
I
much
mean,
for that.
just to get
He's not
paid.
going to be a champ. He's not going to be a champ. He's not going to be a champ.
He could.
No, he's not.
Yeah,
His rest-
Joe
He's the
also
best-
thought he
hold
was
on.
going to get knocked
He is-
out by Charles too.
isn't- Isn't the best wrestler. He isn't the best striker. He doesn't have the best jiu-jitsu. What is he? He's just a well-rounded
He's pretty
fighter. He
average.
doesn't. He's not
yeah.
elite at everything. He's not elite at anything.
We've seen champs
Yet.
beat champs and not being
Yet.
elite at anything.
Yet he's still
So-
early in his career.
If he trains with John Jones, maybe.
Okay, can
You know
I?
what-
I haven't talked about that yet. And
You
let
know
me
what
just say
he?
one
You,
thing.
wait,
Do
wait.
you
You
wanna
know
talk
what?
about
You know
that,
what he
Drew?
is. You know what? Wait, I want to make one more point. You know what Armand is elite at, right?
Hugging.
Getting out of chokes. Thank you. Anyways, there
Um,
you go.
Oh gosh, please. You mean laying flat on his stomach?
Hey, it's still
Dogging-
arguable that
dogging
Oliveira
Charles.
won that fight. I'm just throwing that out there.
That is crazy.
It is still arguable.
That is
It
crazy.
is-
No,
it
no.
was a
I
very-
had Oliveira winning. He
It
did
was
not
a
win.
I,
that
very-
fight.
I
Armin
had
had no
Armin.
damage on the
I
ground.
had Armin 3-0 winning
That's-
that fight.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
me too.
That's
Me too.
disgusting.
Come
You
on,
probably
stop.
had
2-1 at most. 2-1
Yeah.
at most.
2-1.
People
Wait,
forgot.
Drew, what
that
were you gonna
people-
say?
People forget that first round. He reversed him and ended the round on top with like 2 minutes of ground control
Yeah.
on top of him.
with
He
with
reversed
Yeah,
him in
nothing,
the
he
first
hugged him.
round.
doing
Yeah,
nothing.
but
He
he
hugged him.
reversed. It wasn't
Doing
like
nothing.
Armin.
Charles wasn't doing nothing. What do
Yeah,
you
it
mean?
wasn't like it
Charles
was a
did
clear
nothing.
cut round one win. Like,
Charles
over
almost
there-
choked him out
Did
in
you
the
see
first 30
guillotine
seconds.
that Armin had on his neck?
and
The
then
guy was
he
turning
got
purple.
out of it, reversed them, and ended the round on top.
He
for
was
like 2
fighting
minutes.
for his life.
He,
So does
exactly.
that count for anything, or
Yeah.
that doesn't mean anything? to
Oliveira
y'all?
was never fighting for his life.
So does
Armin
reversing
was.
and so does fighting for your life, reversing and getting on top of the dude? Does that mean anything to y'all?
Who was closer to winning the fight in the first round, to finishing it? Oliveira.
Charles,
not
but
Armin.
he
I don't care.
did it,
I don't
though.
care. It's a
Exactly.
3-round
That matters.
fight. It's a
That
3-round
matters.
fight.
Okay, but that round
It
specifically, he
depends.
won that pretty clear.
Okay. There's one round. There's your 1-2-1. Anyways, here we go.
The third round
we
was
talking
close.
about?
Drew, you had something else on your mind. What was it?
John Jones.
It was John Jones. And let me
Oh,
just
boy.
say one
All
thing.
right, let's talk about it. Mhm.
Wait.
There-
I gotta say this. John's Bones Jones has a whole new meaning to it now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the nickname Bones. Oh,
What's up, Drew?
I'm just gonna say we don't have to talk about it because y'all have covered everything I wanted to say. But I'm just gonna say there is no doubt in my mind this
Yeah.
man is a flamer.
Yeah.
I mean, I gotta be very careful because nothing wrong with it. YouTube admins, nothing wrong with it. We're not saying that. We're
We
not
love
saying
him.
that. All I'm saying
brother.
is,
You seen the part where he goes, "He's gay," and then nothing
That
wrong
boy
with it. Again,
said-
YouTube admin.
that boy
Yeah.
said, word for word, he knows where he's going home tonight.
That's
That's
crazy.
that's
crazy.
That
Oh,
was
that's-
wild.
I
Hito,
mean,
Hito, have you watched the
yeah.
video?
I
I
Hito, have
so
you?
crazy.
yo.
Yeah.
I told Gay John Jones. Wait, what does that say? Gay John Jones is the scariest mother effer who ever lived.
He really is. That's
Hold on.
terrifying.
I have to do this. Hold on. While you guys
Did y'all
talk.
hear when he got pulled over what he said his excuse for just riding around was? He said, I'm just trying to be nice to the homeless guys out here. Like, bro, that man was riding around looking for some booty.
And that was when Trey used to live in LA. Wasn't that the time that Trey was out in LA?
Oh,
Oh,
hold on a second.
he loves LA, boy.
Wait a
Hold
second. And he was at a comedy club too. Trey, I know.
Oh,
I
he loves
thought
LA
I'd seen
boys.
that.
Wait. I think
Yo,
there's
Trey,
I
Trey,
think
Trey was in
boy
the
over there
comedy
in LA.
club.
That's right.
Wait a second.
not even joking. Hold on. Not even joking.
Trey, are you the mystery
Trey,
man?
Trey, have you done comedy in LA? Be honest. Around that time.
What was the time?
Yes.
I don't know what the time
Yes,
was.
Yeah.
we know the answer. We all know the answer
Yes.
when we hear you say it.
Were you doing
Listen,
comedy in
was.
LA?
Here's the deal. If y'all think John Jones is crazy in the octagon, you should see him in the bedroom.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah,
That's
Okay, yeah.
That,
He
that's
doesn't.
gonna,
Yeah.
that's gonna be
He doesn't
clip.
need
That's
to
your
see Alex
co-host,
for
Miller.
Trey.
That's your
Yep.
co-host.
I'm out of here.
Hollywood is gonna have fun making clips of that. Yo, some funny comments real quick. As a man, imagine a drunk and full of coke John Jones being pushy and flirting aggressively with you. That's what nightmares are made of. That has 2.9K likes. We got Gay John Jones before GTA 6. John
Here's
Jones,
the thing, though.
John Jones taking
Oh, my
your
bad,
back
there's
just
more.
even got more dangerous.
Oh, my
Dude,
Oh,
what are you doing? Telling him no? He's just gonna beat you up, dog. And
I
you're,
know,
you're,
Trey,
you're gonna,
what do
you're
you
gonna
do?
get it while you're beat up.
You
You're
have to
gonna-
shoot him.
You're gonna get beat up and then beat up. You know what I'm saying?
Trey,
Like
did he have to use the
that's
dick
worse.
pills for you, or was it just natural?
What?
So did he have to use the dick pills for you, or was it just natural?
Seriously, dog.
Disgusting, man.
if he's gay, his trash talk against DC was extremely street
I've
gay.
never met John Jones in my life. I've never seen him in person. I don't know the guy. I've never. Anyways,
He
Hey,
called
yeah,
DC's
yeah.
wife
Oh,
ugly.
identity from LA too. You had a baby face, no shades, no mullet. John Jones did you dirty. You went down south.
Be-
Got the
be-
hat.
So somebody wrote being gay is the best base for MMA.
Low-key is. Them jujitsu guys are kind of gay. Except for Charles.
I'm convinced Islam has had sexual intercourse with an animal.
All right, you ready for this? Both male and female UFC goats are gay. They're talking about Nunes and John Jones. Yo, we gotta stop, bro. These comments are killing me, bro.
what
bro,
the heck? Where
Trace-
did that just come
Trey-
from?
Trey-
What was that?
Trey,
We're just
someone
talking
said.
about sexual
Has it ever-
preference in MMA goats, I guess. That's-
Someone said what Trey said. This gives Bones a whole new meaning.
Oh,
Oh, yo.
oh.
Drunk John
man.
Jones sitting next to you is one scary thing. I'd rather swim with sharks.
Oh,
Said, I just want
literally.
to stick my. He said, "I just want to stick my thumb up all their butts."
Ansley
Yeah.
Wallace says
Yeah.
you're dismissed.
That's
was
my
the worst.
fiance.
You want to tell her about your comedy days and since she's
No,
here,
babe.
you want to tell her
It was
about
a
John
short-
Jones?
It was a short-lived career. I was promised a lot, didn't get much. It is what it is.
By who? By John Jones?
I don't make any names. He said I had to call him Bones.
He was just riding around being nice to the homeless.
Oh, Bonesy, that's what I call him.
Have you guys seen Baby Reindeer? Random?
That's
No.
crazy.
Baby reindeer. What is that?
Have
Don't
you
What
guys
is
seen Baby?
that? Yeah.
Don't watch
I
it.
know
Like
Baby
in,
Reindeer,
in person?
One of the top shows on Netflix. Watch it when
Don't
you
watch
get a
it.
chance.
What is it?
no,
What
no.
is it?
Don't watch it.
What is it about?
It's about a
It's
guy.
geared at John Jones.
It's about a guy that's trying to get into comedy and trying to become a star, and he has a stalker girl that just stalks him. And crazy show. It's on Netflix. Watch it. Let me know what you guys think. I promise it's a good show.
It's Trey's biography.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yo, watch it. Watch when you get. Yeah, I'm gonna
You know
call
what-
Trey
you
Baby
know what?
Reindeer
Let
from
me
now
say
on.
this.
Thank
Let
you
me
for
say this.
becoming
You
a
know
member
what's
for 28
crazy?
months beta.
Is I can't even say this online. I did have a dude making a very aggressive move on me when I lived in LA. Not in person, but like online. It was a guy I took
Remember that.
classes
I
with.
remember that.
It was a guy I
Really?
took classes with, and dog, it's wild out there. I'll say this: whatever John Jones is looking for, it is 100% out there in LA for him.
He found it. He 100%
He
found it.
He said his guys
Yeah.
from LA are the best. That's what he said, right?
Yeah, they're his
I
favorites.
I love LA guys. Said I love
Yeah,
LA guys.
LA
This
guys
does-
are my
yeah.
favorites.
Said it just like that too. Baby Reindeer, great show. I'm telling you.
Don't do
Great.
it. That
Yo,
show's gay.
is top
There's
is
no
top is top
If
rated.
it's gay.
Oh, is
Oh,
it?
come on, Miller. What are you doing? What are you talking about on
it's
here,
a
man?
good it's a good show. Let me see the ratings so you guys know I'm not lying. It's a 4.3
Yeah.
out of 5 on IMDb. It's an 8.1 out of 10. On Rotten Tomatoes is 100%.
That's a lot of
This-
gay people.
Oh,
Robin.
the
I don't
show's
know
called
how you
Baby
know it's
Arm.
gay.
Baby
Don't watch
Reindeer. Baby
You
Reindeer.
guys want a good show? Just watch Shogun. Don't watch some John Jones
Shogun
stuff.
is the truth.
Yeah, Shogun is that show right now.
Snowfall's better than all of these shows.
It is, Miller. I agree. but
Snowfall is
What?
great, man. I've been trying to tell Hito about it. Snowfall is just a great.
It's a
You
top
don't know
5
this-
show. Definitely a top 5 show.
Oh, it's great. Real quick, what's your top 2 series of all time, guys? Because I have Snowfall and Breaking Bad up there. Just a random topic before we
mine-
get out of here.
Mine's Game of Thrones and Breaking Bad. 100%.
You put
Yeah,
Game of
that's
Thrones
what
over
mine-
Snowfall?
Mine's-
1,000,000%.
Why?
Game of Thrones,
Game of Thrones-
It's
Game
over
of Thrones,
Breaking Bad,
Game
too.
of Thrones is the best show of all
No.
time.
Game of Thrones is not even
Yeah.
close to
Yes.
Breaking Bad. No,
Stop.
stop.
Have you watched
Oh
all
my
the Game of
God.
Thrones, Miller?
Yes, and that's why it started off. The first
Wow.
4 seasons were hot.
No.
But the last
Me,
come
nah.
on, the Starbucks cup on the table, they just got lazy.
I agree with you,
No.
Miller. That last season ruined it for me.
It got lazy.
No,
Game of
no, it
Thrones
was
that
still
over
last
the
season
Breaking
best.
Bad.
It's still the best. Yeah, Breaking Bad's second to me.
That-
Nah,
Still
for me,
Breaking
it's
Bad is
Peaky.
second.
It's Peaky Blinders, number one.
I've
my
never seen
God.
it. Never seen it. Never
Stop.
seen it.
Peaky
Peaky
Blinders. That
Blinders
show
is-
is the truth.
It's boring,
Side.
Miller.
Is it boring?
Peaky
I've seen
Blinders.
clips.
No, it's
No,
not.
it's
Miller,
good.
Miller,
It's
it's
good.
not.
It's a
No,
great
It
Miller.
gets
show.
boring though. It gets boring.
It's a great
Look,
show,
and
but
then
it's not
Last
Game of
Kingdom.
Thrones or Breaking Bad.
Last Kingdom on Netflix that's the truth right there.
Last Kingdom's
That's
good.
all 5 seasons are fire. Every single
Very good.
season is fire of that show. Every
You know
single
what?
one. It gets better every season, actually.
You know what
Miller
slept
doesn't like
on?
scary movies though, or
You-
scary shows.
You know what slept on? Dexter. Dexter's fire. You ever
I
seen
love Dexter. I love
Miller,
Dexter.
Dexter.
Miller,
Yeah.
what type of perverted? What do you like to watch, man?
Yo, Miller's never seen The Office. By the way, side note, Miller's never seen The Office.
I seen.
Oh, yeah,
Unpopular,
that's-
unpopular opinion. I hate The Office.
Thank you.
What's
Thank you.
wrong?
Yeah, I think it's so gay and so it's so John Joney.
Ever
Are
seen
we
Clear
saying
Eyes?
No Bones? Is No
John-
Bones the new No Diddy?
No Bonesy. No Bonesy.
No Bones.
Breaking. Is
Ain't
True
no
Blood
problem.
good? I've never seen True Blood or Entourage. To be honest, mustache.
No. Both gay.
alright.
Snowfall's fire, guys. Snowfall and Breaking Bad right there. Prison Break. You guys ever seen Prison Break? The
Love
classic.
Prison Break.
Bro,
I love Prison Break.
Prison Break is
Fire.
good.
That's a classic.
Hito never watched that either, which is just bro. Prison
Dang,
Break is a
Hito,
classic.
you're missing out, dog. Come hold my
Mhm.
pocket, Hito.
That's crazy.
He wouldn't get that reference. You have
John
to watch
Jones. John Jones is a pocket. Is
Yeah.
a teabag type.
Yo, bro,
Yeah,
yo, that
Teabag.
show. Yo, that.
That's a legendary show.
Yeah, y'all haven't named better shows than I have. I said Breaking Bad, Snowfall, Prison Break. Give me some legendary shows.
Ozark. Ozark.
Ozark was really good.
right? Ozark.
Great,
Ozark. Yep.
Great,
Ozark's
great
banger.
mention. Great mention.
I'm trying
Uh,
to think of what else
Listen, I
I've
know
watched
it's
so many freaking
just
shows
one.
in my
I'm
life.
telling y'all. I know it's just one season deep right now, but Shogun's on its way.
Yeah,
up there.
Shogun is really that show.
I
It's
hear
really
Yes,
that.
Shogun is on its way to be up there. I'm telling y'all, Shogun is like that.
I think House of Dragon
Yeah.
could still be fire.
House of
Mhm.
Cards was fire.
House
House
of
of
Cards
Cards?
was
Cards
good.
was fire.
I don't vibe.
I'm cooking y'all
I
with
don't
the,
vibe.
with the, with the
I don't
series.
vibe with people like that. I don't get down with the pedal.
Miller, we agree. You can't really cook because I agree with you. It's
That's
just
right, Trey.
But I need some names. Lost was good. Lost was actually pretty good.
Wow,
Wire.
Lost was the way that started when they crashed with the airplane. That
The
show
Wire
had
is
me
up
hooked.
there.
Yeah,
The Wire is
Wire
a
is
classic. Sopranos. I
Nah.
don't know if you guys like Sopranos.
yeah.
Sopranos is
I
just
never
too
watched the whole
boring.
thing.
It's good, but it's just boring.
Narcos.
Y'all ever seen New Girl?
Narcos is.
Narcos is fire.
Listen,
New
New
I
Girl.
got
is fire.
one that's
Niggas-
top. I got one that's
niggas
top
nigger.
5 for
Let me
me,
see what
but
I'm
just
forgetting.
the originals like show, not the spin-offs, is Power. Power's up there
Power
for me,
was
but
good.
just,
Snowfall was
Oh
better.
God.
Yeah.
Power
Power.
is
Snowfall's
Heavy.
definitely better. Snowfall's definitely better.
No,
but
Power's good.
Power's up there. Yeah.
American Idol.
Okay.
All right.
Okay,
Well-
John. Okay, John.
Fuck this show.
Hey,
You would-
yo,
you
low
would say
key,
that.
X Fact. The voice is kind of fire.
The voice
The
was
voice is
fire.
kind
Okay,
of
John.
fire.
Okay, Bones.
Damn, I cooked y'all with the series names. Y'all didn't
Okay,
really.
Bones.
Baby Reindeer.
Baby Reindeer's fine. Guys, watch it and let me know what you guys think. It's a
Yeah,
good show.
yeah. I'm telling you, it's gay. There's like you're not gonna come out of
if
it without
it's
saying,
gay-
"Hey, this show is gay."
It's a good
Nah,
show.
if it's gay, I'm not watching it.
It's
man.
not
Come
really.
on, I
No,
won't
no,
watch
no. It's
What do
not.
you
It's
mean? It is the
it's not.
gayest thing you'll
It's not.
see.
Well,
Do y'all want to know? Do y'all want to know the craziest movie? I want all y'all to watch if you haven't seen it. Joe can testify for this.
Don't say old boy.
Old Boy with Josh Brolin. I want y'all to watch
never
it right.
Never heard of it.
I want you to watch it tonight, Miller.
Miller,
Old Boy
don't
with
watch that.
Josh Brolin.
Do not
Old
watch
Boy?
that. Do not watch. Don't watch that
Old
movie,
Boy
please.
with Josh Brolin. Watch it tonight.
No, don't watch that movie.
Real
That
quick,
movie's
and I really got to
twisted.
get out of here. Favorite movies, 2 or 3 of them, just to see where you at.
Exorcist, hands down.
That's horrible.
Man.
That's
Favorite
The
horrible.
Town.
movies?
The Town's up there for me.
The Town is
Wow.
good. Ben Affleck. Well, actually, one of my favorite movies has Matt Damon too in it. Good Will
The
Hunting.
Departed. The Departed.
The Part is a classic.
Yeah,
Jack
that's not
Nicholson?
Wolf of Wall Street is definitely up there for me.
Really, but like of all
Love the Wolf
Nah,
of
you
Wall
gotta
all
Street.
say.
time?
Listen, all
Interstellar?
time, Dodgeball, baby. I
Oh my God.
love Dodgeball.
Apocalypto.
That's a classic.
It
Old
is.
Boy,
It is a
Old Boy is
classic,
great.
but
Says
no.
mustache. I never seen Old Boy.
Nah, the best movies of all time is probably the Godfather series, and then you have to go with
Shrek.
Gladiator,
Scarface is
Gladiator,
up there.
and then you have to go with Goodfellas.
That's my
Goodfellas.
favorite mob. That's my favorite mob movie.
Yeah,
Goodfellas.
Goodfellas is my
Goodfellas is
favorite.
one of the best
movie.
movies I've ever
Mine's
seen.
Casino.
Casino's
Nah.
definitely.
Casinos, that's a great movie too, though.
I
That's a
think
great movie.
Goodfellas up there best mob.
One of
movie
my
ever.
personal favorites is
The
Training Day.
Departed.
Training
The
Day's up there
Departed
for
probably
me.
is the best mob movie though.
Nah.
Training Day is probably my
One of
favorite
them
movie all
for
time.
sure.
Training Day is one of my favorite Denzel movies.
Yeah. Mhm.
Training Day, Man on Fire was great by Denzel. Doesn't get mentioned enough.
Love that movie.
And the
Yeah.
Matrix series. That's like my favorite series ever. The Matrix.
Okay, John.
It died off a little bit. Okay, John.
Okay, John.
All right, let
The
me.
Matrix.
John.
We'll have another one of these. This was cool.
Yeah.
Maybe you guys could bring me better shows next time because you guys slacked off. Trey, you want to close this out?
Yep.
Yep. All right, boys.
Give everybody
Clear
out.
eye?
Yep,
All right,
easy.
fellas.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Kicker.
Get the
All right,
freak
fellas.
out of here. Let me sign
It
up.
won't let me hang
I
up.
got you. I got you. I got you.
Okay,
All
yeah,
right, later,
yeah.
bro. All right, Trey, you have a good night. Thank you
Yep.
for always coming through. And it's your floor. Here we go.
All right, boys, that's it right there. Another day, another dollar, another week down. You were here live on another Monday at 7. We appreciate you joining us. This is the #1 live commentary MMA channel on YouTube, and we will continue to do it for all of you. We appreciate you. Hey, listen, not much to talk about this week. A lot of stuff going on outside of the UFC pertaining some UFC people. Again, I want to reiterate, putting differences aside, prayers out to Francis Ngannou's family. Seriously, that's a horrible thing to go through. I would not wish that on my worst enemy. I hate hearing it, but it is what it is.
That's a fact.
Another week down. We keep it moving. We keep it positive, and let's go, baby. Shout out to Miller for having another show. We appreciate it.